Hi, welcome to Catholic Sisters Week. I'm Nicole Bettini, the delegate for Consecrated Life. Maybe you grew up and have stories and memories of being taught by religious sisters. Maybe you currently have religious sisters in your parish or in your school. Maybe you haven't had much exposure or interaction with religious sisters, or like me, have gotten to know them as you've gotten older. Whatever the case, I hope you enjoy hearing from the sisters, from some sisters from our diocese. And we are so blessed to have the religious sisters in our church, both here locally and just in the history, and the way they have transformed it by who they are and how they live.
I'm Sister Mary Willett, and I'm a school sister of Notre Dame. I've been a school sister of Notre Dame for 56 years. I entered the congregation after my senior year of high school. We are an international congregation, and we have 1,900 sisters in the world in 30 countries. And I belong to the Central Pacific province, and we bridge from the middle of the United States to the Pacific Ocean. And I think about that question, I think of a quotation from our foundress, Blessed Teresa of Jesus, who said, "Love gives everything gladly, again and again, daily." I think that's part of my joy, is giving. So I've been an educator for many, many years, and that gives me great joy to touch the hearts of young people and have them touch mine and help them develop their potential and then send them in the world to transform. I guess the other thing that gives me great joy is the time I have to spend in prayer, and also my sisters in community.
It's a hard question. There's a lot that brings joy, I think, which would surprise people, because they often think of sisters as maybe more somber or serious people, but there's a lot of joy in our life. It is if it is your vocation. But if I had to boil it down to one thing, I think the greatest source of joy is two-sided. It's one that I've discovered that my deep desire for friendship, you would say that deep desire for friendship is in every human heart, but that deep desire for friendship that I have is only surpassed by the Lord. It's even greater in Jesus, so the desire that I have is even surpassed by his desire for me, and then getting to share that desire for his friendship with my students, with the people I encounter. So I guess that call to friendship, that call to intimacy brings joy.
My greatest joy in responding to Jesus' call is being of service to others. And that really gives me joy, and being a religious is my core source of meaning in life. I feel fulfilled, I feel content, and it gives me that sense of purpose in life.
There is no one answer to that question. Every morning I wake up knowing that I will be living part of the Paschal mystery. And in ministry, for sure, I'll say, "Here I am, Lord." And it's very interesting that when you have that open heart and mind, God will gift you with beautiful experiences. For me, it is working at this time with the sisters at the monastery and also with the youth at Hill Murray School. Joy is when I can see conversion in another, and also how God does work in very gentle ways.
My greatest joy in being a religious sister, I think, is knowing that I'm always with the Lord, and that no matter what I do or think or say, that I'm always with Jesus, and his love is being continually poured out on me.
My greatest joy in responding to Jesus' call and being a religious sister is living my Franciscan vocation, my vowed life, in the spirit of St. Francis and St. Clare, our patron saints. Joy in loving God and being loved by God, and in turn sharing that love with sisters of my community, our parish and school community, my students and staff, and serving people God places in my way each day by my presence, words, deeds and praying for them.
My greatest joy is being a little sister of the poor. Welcoming, our mother founder, St. John Shugan would say, making the elderly happy, that is what counts. And God is in the person of our elderly. And so we care for them as if they were Jesus Christ himself.
It's a hard question, but an easy question, I think, because the answer is, of course, Jesus, because he's, our greatest joy and really our only joy, because really I've found, I think, that you encounter Jesus everywhere, because in your sisters, in your community, in the people you do ministry with, and of course in the chapel when you go to pray every day. So really just being able to live your life with Jesus and be able to know him in a deeper way as you grow closer to him and grow, in your vocation.
I am a sister of St. Francis. I'm a Franciscan sisters. We are under the patronage of Our Lady of Lourdes. We were established in 1916, and we grew out of the Rochester Franciscans. I have been a professed religious in this community for 70 years, and I have specifically been in education. My greatest joy is that I have been able to walk among God's people, to listen with open heart, to hear their stories. I can't tell you how much joy I have received from people who care and talk about their stories, so that in my life I can go back and say, yes, I can pray for you. I can offer my help to you, whatever you need.
Oh, what a beautiful question. My greatest joy in responding to Jesus, to the invitation to be a religious sister, is the profound honor, privilege, and simplicity of belonging to him. That doesn't mean the life is easy or every day is easy, but the goal, the point, the purpose is quite simple, and it is an honor to belong to him in that way, and then to be